see, we started. Right. Good evening, guys. It's Darren from Jace Media, and tonight I am in conversation with a young lady that I stumbled across a couple of weeks ago. Liked the look of the video, liked what I heard, did a bit of contacting, and kind of here we are. So tonight we're going to be chatting all things music, a bit of lockdown, kind of what's happening in the future, what Agnes has got planned. So, good evening, Agnes. How are you?
Hello, I'm very well. I'm so much looking forward for interview. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. You know, this is a nice part of kind of the job that I do because most of the day, probably 10 hours of my day, all I'm doing is reviewing music. So I review all sorts of genres. I get German death metal, I get hip hop, I get funk, I get jazz, I get rock, I get pop, and it's nice when you can just have a chat. You know, you're not with your headphones glued to your head, and all you're doing is listening to music all day. So it's quite nice just to have a nice wee chat and kind of talk all things music. So, your new single, "Born to Be Loved," you have another one coming out in a couple of weeks, I believe.
Yes, so I released my first single, Taken, that was in 1st of June. No, it was 15th of May. So the song was dedicated to my father, who passed away. So
Sorry to
that
hear
song
that.
is really, really close to me. And then we a month and a half later released another single called Born to Be Loved. And in 14th of September, I'm releasing my third single called Beautiful Freak.
Excellent. Now, obviously, I reviewed the single and then I put it online with the with the video and stuff to accompany it, and and it's had 422 hits already.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, that's amazing.
so kind of what happens with us is that we put stuff on, and sometimes it gets massive hits, sometimes it gets like three people and a dog. But sometimes you may have some followers out there who maybe don't know how to get a hold of you. I don't know what it's all about. So the site that we have is, once you go off tonight, go and have a look at it if you haven't already. We have an extensive site. We have new and up and coming. We have an Americana site. We have a rock site. We have a prog site. We have German death metal site. We have country. So what happens is that there's a genre for everyone. So some we put it on, and some people are flicking through it, going, "Oh, who's this? Never seen this girl before. Quite like this song," and they go on, and then they'll share it with someone. So it's a nice way to get yourself kind of discovered, if you like. And kind of us guys, all we really want to do is just put you out there and try and get you to a certain extent a wee bit more coverage so that people can get to know who you are, and
And I wanted to say thank you so much for doing this. That means a lot to me.
listen, it's not a problem. It's just nice that when you get someone you kind of think could maybe do something, and it's not just the fact that you could do something that you hear a song and it's something that's different, and it's got a nice vibe to it. It's got a wee 80s vibe to it. This wee song, Born to Be Loved, that's got a kind of 80s vibe, and obviously being a man of the 60s, I kind of dig all that stuff, so it was my boss just gives me the free hand to go and speak to people and kind of get you out there and do the best we can to get you a bit of exposure. But at the end of the day, it's all down to you. You're the person who's making the video. You're the person who's singing on it.
That's yeah, and for us artists to get a recognition, it's so important because it's the end of the day, it's our story, it's our emotion, it's hard work being put behind, investment. So for the last 5-6 years, all my takings pretty much being invested into my music. I
Yeah.
love it, and it's my dream to succeed, to be on stage, to perform, to engage with public, and it makes my soul absolutely nourished when someone wants to review or do some blog about my music or have interview or radio play. That's all absolutely amazing.
Yeah, listen,
Love it.
it's a nice thing. You know, as I say, us as reviewers, we get to listen to people all day and we go, "Oh, that's really bad," or "That's really good," or you know, and it's nice that you get, you know, a female or a male artist who comes along and you know, basically you're putting yourself out there for people to critique you, you know. So us as reviewers kind of just think we'll give you a little helping hand, you know, and hope that something comes out of it.
Now, of course, it's I completely understand. It's like each song is individual art and individual story. So there is going to be people who's going to appreciate what you've done, but there is also going to be people who maybe it's not going to be their cup of tea. So through the years, I did actually learn to accept criticism.
Yeah.
So I hear out everyone's point of view. I'm very thankful, but I still carry on doing what I love.
Yeah, listen, you've got to. I think that if you, the same happens for us. You know, we get people who come onto the site and go, you reviewed that album. It was a pile of nonsense. You don't know what you're talking about. And I said to my boss, if I took to heart everybody telling me that my review was rubbish, I wouldn't be doing it. You know, so the thing is, you have to build up a bit of tough skin. You have to build up a bit of, you know, I can do this, I can be better at this, you know, and don't care what anybody says. You know, at the end of the day, you're putting yourself out there, and I applaud people like yourself who, you know, who go on stage and, you know, with a microphone or a guitar and do your bit. And sometimes it might, you know, it might be 2 people and a dog. Sometimes it may be 500. Sometimes it, you know, it could be, you know, a group of old people. It doesn't really matter. But you know, I totally commend you for doing it.
It takes a lot of courage to actually go to perform in front of people. You got to enjoy it. That's the main thing. I remember when I just started to learn music about 6 years ago. I was terrified to be on a stage, absolutely terrified. I remember in London Music School, we had our school gigs, and once out of fear, I walked off of the stage in the middle of the song. But I learned through the years, and more I was gigging, more I was getting confident, and more I became better performer. So yeah.
Yeah,
It's sometimes very nerve-wracking to be on a stage. Sometimes I meditate before my performances.
okay.
As long as public engaging, that's the matters the most.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what's it been like in lockdown? How how have you channeled your inner voice with no gigs and stuff? What have you been up to?
Actually, during the lockdown, I done some actually, I done wedding,
Excellent.
online wedding. That was great experience through the Zoom as well. I did sign up to a few of the Facebook pages. There was Rock the Lockdown, Let's Rock the Lockdown.
Yeah.
So I have posted some performances there. And yeah, and I've been contacted by a few people. Yeah, I managed to get online wedding.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Listen, everything helps, you know, and I think that you know, the more exposure you get, that's that you know, it makes it worthwhile, you know. And if you think you're on, you know, you could be singing in an empty room, but the thing is that someone's always watching, and someone thinks, yeah, I like that, I like what I hear, I like what I see, you know. Let's see if we can contact her, and it's just the power of someone being there at the right place at the right time, you know, and saying let's take a punt, you know, on this girl, and that's kind of all it takes, you know. It's just as I say, it's a nice thing that when you get that, if someone comes back to you and said, I saw you a few weeks ago, would you be available for? And it just takes one, you know, one phone call, one video to make the dream come true, which is nice. What's the plan going forward? what you do in the next couple of months after you do your next single? What's the plan after that?
So actually lockdown in one way was very useful and helpful because I had more time to work on my releases. So then video editing, some home recording, um, understanding how to release the music, yeah, engaging, like for example building followers on Instagram, Facebook, on LinkedIn. And I actually, during the lockdown, I realized a little bit more about music industry itself. So to understand how, for example, to collect royalties and these kind of things. So during the lockdown, yeah, I have basically been working on releases. So I've got 2 songs released, third one is on the way. And in October, I'm planning to release EP with
Excellent.
7 songs.
Wow.
And then maybe when COVID-19 gonna be a little bit controlled or calm down, I don't know when that's gonna happen. I'm gonna release my 8th song called Kiri Kiri. That song gonna be, it's kind of different style, it's more clubby style of song.
Okay.
So I want to keep that one when the club's gonna reopen or festival's gonna reopen.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
that's the plan.
Excellent. Well, obviously, when you get your EP, make sure you can get it over to me, and then I'll review it for you, stick it online, and and then who knows? As I say, us as a company, we work with probably 50 PR companies.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
Thank
all
you.
over the place. So what happens is, this is the nice thing about doing this is that you stick it on, and someone says, "Oh, I saw a video you did the other day of a young girl." Yeah, 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 yeah. And and it goes from there. And people say, "What's she doing? What's she all about? Does she have management? Has she got a contract?" And things like this. So there's lots of stuff that can come from this, which is quite nice. So, who knows? Just get with the 7-track EP when it comes out. Then we'll try and work our magic for you, and see where we can go.
Yeah, you're welcome to review my song called Taken, and the third one, which is coming out on 14th of September, The Beautiful Freak. So that song gonna come out 14th September, and 2 weeks later, I'm planning to release the video, which is under construction. Is the
At the
right
moment.
way of
Okay.
saying it?
Yes. Yeah. 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 Under construction is fine.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of trying to do it just now, or is it just putting bits together? And or are you going to wait till the single comes out and then do the video all in the one
That's
go?
the plan,
Or
yeah. So to release the song and then a couple weeks later to release the video on YouTube as well, yeah.
and YouTube, excellent. That's an excellent platform. As I say, for us, Agnes, it's like our site reaches about 145,000 people every month. We go on YouTube, we go on Facebook, we go on Twitter, we go on Instagram. As I say, we have outlets in Australia and America and Europe. So we share it with everyone, and someone may pick it up. So you just never know what could happen. It might, be one of these things that someone might just pick it up. There might be two or three songs on the EP that someone likes that they don't like the rest. So that could be, the defining moment that someone thinks, yeah, 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 let's get into this, and let's get a hold of this girl. And it's just as simple as that. It's just as easy as that. But as I say, we will try and do as much as we can. We get you out there. I'm working with a little girl just now from Australia. She's only 17, and I'm trying to get her on the road. I did one of her compatriots. He did an online gig about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and because of what we have done, one of the PR companies in London's picked the band up to be their PR representatives for when they come to Britain. So it's just being in the right place at the right time. So you just never know.
Absolutely. We just got to hope for the best. And like I said, the most important thing is for me is to enjoy the process. I love my interviews. I love my vlogs, and it's so nice when someone actually comments on your video or sends you personalized message.
Yeah.
I had few requests on sending out the signed cards, and that was so exciting. It's like about 1 month ago, someone requested from America to send them signed cards. I love that. I thought it's wow, it's my first one, but not the
Yeah.
last one.
And it you know, it just takes the one, and then it goes from there, you know, and someone sees it and someone says, oh, I got this, and I looked at the music on YouTube, this is phenomenal, you know, and let's take it from there. So it's always a nice feeling that you get a wee bit of fan mail and things like this. And as I say, I think you were maybe taking a wee bit aback there when I said it's been viewed 422 times. It's just, you know, people just look at it and think, yeah, whatever. And it could be the catchy tune, it could be the lyrics, it could be the music, it could be the setting, you know, and someone just goes, I want to watch this. And then, you know, and they share it as well. So it could, I think it's been shared about 20 or 30 times. So there's been a 300 and odd, 380, 390, and 20 or 30 odd shares that have looked at it as well. So it's always nice, you know, and it's nice that your music's maybe making a difference with someone.
I absolutely agree.
You know,
Absolutely agree.
so it's a nice thing. But as I say, for us, it's just trying to get you out there, you know. And I think you were a wee bit, I don't know, maybe I don't know if you were a wee bit taken aback when I said I want to do something for you. It's just for us that we, you know, we're always on the lookout. We hear a sound, we hear someone, we look at someone, think, oh yeah, I'm going to cover that, you know, and it just takes it from there. So, you know, there's lots of undiscovered talent out there. There's lots of undiscovered bands, and just get that wee leg up is basically all they need. You know, just a wee nudge in the right direction, you know, or a video being seen by the right person makes all the difference. Absolutely, that without a shadow of a doubt. So I hope that you know that when you release your next one, you know, I will cover it. I will cover it again without a shadow of a doubt. I have no problem with that, and we'll see if we can gather you some traction.
Yeah, sounds like a great plan.
Yeah,
Sounds
absolutely.
Like
We'll get you out there on the 17th, and then obviously you can get the 7-track EP to me.
yeah.
Then, you know, I will share it about and see if there's any interest there for it, and then we can take it from there.
Yeah, I'm looking so much forward for this.
Excellent.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, do you know what I think it is? I think, you know, when you've put your kind of your heart and soul into it, and you've recorded a 7-track EP or a 8-track LP, you know, you just want to see the reaction from people, you know, when you put it out there, you know.
And it's also experience, because like I said, it's I started singing only about 6 years ago. So
Okay.
I suddenly went to music school. All the little steps, like you go from your insecurities and you develop, and your emotions, and to actually let people to hear your songs and videos, because it's it's a lot of work behind the scenes to plan this out, to write the scripts, lyrics, music, record. Sometimes you don't feel that great on a recording, then you re-record, and yeah, editing and releasing. And then, like I said, I love the process, absolutely enjoying it. It's amazing.
Yeah. It must be a nice process to do that. You know, you take something from a sheet of paper, and then you write some lyrics, and then you write the music, and then you do a directional video, and then get it to fruition, you know. And it's not cheap to do it, you know, so it's obviously costs a bit of money. So there is a self-belief as well that to do that as well, you know, and getting it out there. And I, you know, as I say, I commend people like that. You know, I'll talk to everyone all day long, but if you ask me to put a mic in my hand and get up there and sing, I'm like, no, you're okay. I'm happy being this side of the fence where, you know, I get to review people and tell them how good or how bad they are. I don't want someone critiquing me, you know, and tell me how good or how bad I am. But, you know, as I say, I think it's a nice thing that you do. I do hope that, you know, that when your new single comes out in a couple of weeks, that it's as big a success as this one, because, as I say, what we get is we get people still going back and looking at old videos and stuff that we've posted. So it will still probably gather a bit of traction over the next couple of weeks, you know, and then when we put it out again for the new one, you know, it'll build a bit of a fan base for you. So let's hope we can do something for that.
Sounds great.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
so much looking forward.
Yeah. Listen, we will, as I say, let's keep in touch. Let's see where we can take it for you, and let's get that 7-track EP out on the airwaves and let people hear about it. And you know, as I say, we will, you know, my boss and I, we will probably, you know, talk to a few people and see if there's anything out there that people kind of, you know, if there's anything that can be done. So it's never a lost cause. It's never a lost cause.
It would be much appreciated, and like I
Yep.
said, I'm very thankful.
Listen, you're more than welcome, Agnes. It's not a problem. It's just nice that you can, you know, can come on and do an interview with someone, and you know, and try and give them a little helping hand, you know, during these crazy testing times, because that's what it is. It's a nightmare, you know. It's hitting everyone hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real shame that everyone's going through this. I lost my job 4 weeks ago, so you know.
What did you do for your job?
Oh, I worked in warehousing and distribution. I was a warehouse manager, and I got laid off because the product that we sold, lots of people didn't really need it. So obviously, being the high earner, you get rid of you. So
Yeah.
it is what it is, you know. I still have my good looks, so I'm sure that'll take me somewhere.
Bless you.
You never know.
I
You
like
never.
your roommates.
Listen, it is what it is. But listen, it's been lovely to chat to you. I want to go away and I want to render this video so it's ready for tomorrow. I wish you all the best in the future. Get the 7-track EP to us when it comes out, and we will get it out there for you, and hope that we'll see a bit more of you in the future.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
Listen, this is Darren from Jace Media with Agnes Jones. Saying thank you for your time. Thank you for putting yourself out there in these crazy testing times. And let's hope we can get to see some more of you in the near future.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Agnes. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye. Bye-bye.